I'd like to give a warm welcome to Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Richard Branson, and Mark Cuban to today's show. Today we're here to find an angel investor. And guys, I've decided that I do need to dress in the traditional black attire, take the attention away from myself, and more just focused on the money, the investment in me. Now I figure it's sort of like marriage. It only takes one or maybe two, and you've got your angel investor. And today we're ready to go. So stay tuned. I have a concept in mind that will become like the Oprah Winfrey or the Deepak Chopra for careers and career navigation in the 21st century. This is a multimedia business. Now, I've already launched some of it, which I do career coaching, executive coaching. I'm now launching videos. I've got viewers in 65 countries. I'm going to be doing DVDs and videos on demand on Amazon.com. We've got blogs, we've got social media. Okay. So Warren's been talking about how well the economy is doing, even despite what politicians may say. So I've decided that if the economy is doing so well, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to ask Warren Buffett and Bill Gates to fund my business, okay? Because I've posted it on angel.co on AngelList. Been looking for an angel investor for several years now. I've got a top school, Kellogg, Northwestern MBA, many years in the corporate world, entrepreneurial, business experience. I've got it all. I worked in New York, 12-hour days for 18 years. I'm now in sunny Naples, Florida. Naples, Florida was just ranked the #1 happiest, healthiest city in the USA. And I'm ready to find my angel investor. When you start a company, there is a certain amount of debt that accumulates, and the percent that they charge on American Express is incredibly high. So, you know, Mark, I remember seeing a video that you did that said anyone who funds their business on a loan is a moron, okay? So what I decided was I needed to get out there and get my angel investor, and that's why I'm here today. So I set out every day to improve the lives of other people, and I've been doing a great job at that. I have been placed on the Thinkers 50 Guru Radar list for the world's top business thinkers for my thought leadership on the yin and yang of leadership. That's the feminine leadership style and the masculine leadership style combined, making a great team. I've been placed on the cover of the Davos debates by World Economic Forum when I stated that investing in and empowering the feminine leadership style is the largest economic opportunity worldwide. Essentially what we're doing is we're creating a modern renaissance. So when you invest in me, you're not just investing in me, you're investing in the whole world. I also have had the opportunity in my lifetime to meet people like Phil Donahue, Charlie Rose, Deborah Norville. When I moved to New York, you know, I was working for Al Massini, the creator of Entertainment Tonight, and an amazing creative man. I've learned so much from the people that I've been around. Media has been in my blood, and I am very much interested in taking my media experience combined with my experience in executive search, executive coaching, human capital, to help a lot more people. So I'm taking the intellectual capital that I've developed over many years. I worked in executive search in New York for many years. I've worked in executive coaching across all industries. I mean, not just one industry, but many industries: consumer, technology, internet, financial services, pharmaceutical, you name it, advertising, media. I've probably done a search or coached someone in that business. So what I want to do now is to create an entire multimedia business around this concept. I've been published in the Financial Times, Alphaville. My Davos video in 2015 was published. Fast Company has tweeted, in awe of Davos woman Sandra Rupp. I basically built a brand out there that's now watched in 65 countries. We've been offered to do a radio show and a video show, but I need corporate advertisers or an angel investor for that. So that's why we're here today. We're doing a lot of content creation, so we've got the opportunity for corporate advertisers. Also, we are going to have a subscription service for our webinars and our videos where we help a lot more people. We have a lot of different revenue streams in terms of our potential here. But right now, what I need is your help. Books, publishing, ebooks, syndicated television, all kinds of things, but using the internet right now to basically get more people to be successful, either switching into other corporate jobs, becoming creative entrepreneurs, getting more businesses off the ground. So this video is for all of the angel investors out there. And I welcome you to my show, Conscious Capitalism Meets Entertainment Tonight. I have a Davos blog. It's now called the Davos CEO Pledge to bring more ladies to Davos. SandraRupp.wordpress.com. We're doing amazing things. We're doing world-changing things. And now all we need is our angel investor. So let me give you a little bit of background. So if we were sitting in a meeting, this is what I would say. I would say I come from a media family. My father was a media executive and a CEO of Midwest Communications. In fact, Warren, you've met my father. You actually pointed him in the right direction for his president and ultimately CEO job. Now, I think that Richard Branson probably gets some of what I'm going to say, because Richard is a very intuitive feeler like me. He went into a creative business to be creative, and that's really my approach, to get a modern renaissance going. And that is the key. So I'm here not only to make money, Warren and Bill, but also to help a lot of people like myself, namely women and men in my age range who are, later in life, not your typical entrepreneur in their 20s. And I do hope there will be a masculine leader out there or two who would like to invest in me. My company is Parthenon Advisors. I named it after the Parthenon in Greece, dedicated to Athena. She was the goddess of wisdom and knowledge. She was also the helper of heroes and heroines. These ladies are the new entrepreneurs. These ladies and gentlemen who are launching companies in their 40s and 50s with amazing credentials, the best corporate experience money can buy. These people, these entrepreneurs, are the most important ones that don't have funding, that need funding. Now, you may think that it's easy to find funding. It's not easy to find funding. I'm now taking the videos to Amazon to monetize them, and I'm really excited. I've already got my first 2 DVDs filmed. Now that I have viewers in 65 countries, I'm ready to offer them a variety of products and services. Now, when I was in New York, I worked in a very high-profile business. I was in the same room as some of the top financial services and consumer CEOs in the entire world. I'd like to welcome you all. My themes include conscious capitalism, sustainability, social entrepreneurship. I'm sure that Paul Pullman can relate to what I'm saying because he's part of the B team and the B Corporation. I do believe that the future of business will be combining philanthropy with business, combining not-for-profit with for-profit, and creating 21st century businesses that not only make money, but also improve the lives of other people. I went to an event once for Women's World Banking, and I saw these microloans, microfinance for women in countries like Africa and Pakistan and India, and I thought it was amazing. But you know what I learned through my own experiences? A lot of women in the U.S. are still starting companies on a credit card. Okay, so when I started my company, the big bank didn't give me much of a line of credit, but I had credit on my personal American Express card because I was a Platinum Card member. It had been very successful in business over many years. I was invited to the Council on Foreign Relations holiday party. I was talking to people at the Wall Street Journal. I was interviewed in depth by a Wall Street Journal reporter for a book about why smart men marry smart women. And I was at that level, had achieved the corner office managing director level, the big corner office, and I was taking town cars to meetings. If we look at the 90% of female-founded companies are one-person companies. Now, when I saw this in the American Express Small Business Report, I was literally stunned. So I figure if I get the word out there with Warren, Bill, Mark, and Richard, there are going to be a lot more people who want to become creative entrepreneurs. This is how we get our modern renaissance moving and growing. Peter Drucker is one of my favorite management thinkers because he said the best way to predict the future is to create it. So here we are creating something really special for Bill, Warren, for Mark, and for Richard. And I would be honored to have any of you invest in me. So whether we need to create a new finance vehicle for women-owned businesses or we need to get a new type of angel investor interested, I think it's really important that we invest in these amazing women. Now, I've seen Bill and Warren help a lot of people around the globe, and they are doing such amazing things when it comes to things like malaria, AIDS, those types of things. If we're going to give all those people a lifetime and an opportunity, we need to give them something really special to live for, and that means economic opportunity. How do we get economic opportunity for more people? We invest in Western women. This is the untapped potential. This is the largest economic opportunity worldwide. I've been saying it since 2011 when the World Economic Forum placed me on the cover of the Davos debates, and now I'm saying it to you directly. And I want to get the big picture moving. Now, the other thing I can tell you is that I see a lot of talk about technology and getting women into STEM, science, technology, engineering, math. I actually found that being a humanities major, which was history and English, was probably the best training for becoming an entrepreneur because I see the big picture. I have critical thinking skills. I have great communication skills. These are the things that have made me successful. Look, I'm a woman in business, top school Kellogg MBA. I studied international business and art at Oxford, a Kellogg MBA at Northwestern. I got a lot of credentials here. So my profile may not look like a lot of men do. It may not be as like math oriented or numbers oriented, but I operate from an intuitive and feeling standpoint. In fact, one thing I'd point out about women in the US is actually 70% of us are feelers, not thinkers. So our business plan is going to look a little different than your typical man. Probably fewer numbers, but for those of you who are intuitive and have a feeling side, I think you'll get me. My personality type on Myers-Briggs is a cross between Princess Diana and Albert Einstein. I'm an INFP. I can also be an INTP and even an ENTP like Thomas Edison when need be. I'm great at e-newsletters. I write things that people actually enjoy reading. I film videos that people enjoy watching. But we need to get a lot more distribution. We need to get some people on the team who can help me. When I rose to be a managing director, I was going to lunch at places like, the Four Seasons, 21. I mean, it wasn't unusual for me to go to Le Cirque for dinner or lunch. The very highest levels. It took me a while to get there. I had to work my way up the executive search industry, but by the time I left New York, I was at that level where I was going to some of the most amazing functions. I think it was Mark Cuban. Mark, I think you had written that a lot of the businesses in Silicon Valley, they don't really have a lot of worth. I'm not quite sure how you put that, but I know that my business will have a lot of content creation and value, whether it's money value or value in terms of helping people. I think that they should be both equally important. And I am here to wake up every day and improve the lives of other people. That's why I was put on the planet. I need to find someone who wants to invest in a female-owned business. Now, I'm a one-person company. I plan to take it to a higher level once I have funding, but until I have funding, I basically run my business on cash flow. Now, I haven't gotten any hits on AngelList. I did have one conversation, but they were looking for like the big ticket tech business. Now, they say there are grants out there, but when you actually do the homework, which grants are relevant for your business? And by the time you get through all the paperwork, you've got to spend time making money and getting new clients or making some revenue. I know there's a lot to be done in this economy, and I've always had an innovative side. When I worked in executive search, I didn't always look for someone in the same industry, because sometimes you need someone from an entirely different industry to innovate and to think different. That's what I'm about, and I hope that one of you will invest in me today. Okay, so I wanted to explain to Warren Buffett and Bill Gates why I think that the unemployment rate could be as high as 30%. Now, I've mentioned this in a prior video. One of my most influential viewers in the world, the CEO, had said to me, you have a lot of wonderful points. Could you elaborate on some of them? So I'm going to elaborate today on why I think the unemployment rate is 30% in the US. If I take the people that dropped out of the workforce after the crashes of 2002 and 2008 combined, these were very tough times. A lot of people left the workforce, women and men. In 2002, I saw a lot of women leave. 2008, now that there had been 2 crashes in 1 decade, I even saw men dropping out. It was really scary. So if we take all the people that have dropped out, who would like to have a job, but don't have a job, and then we also take the people who have part-time jobs, but would like a full-time job, and that combined with the people who have launched companies, but would like to have either an angel investor or a real, more powerful business or even a great job, if we combine all of these groups, I believe that unemployment rate the real unemployment rate could be as high as 30%. This is why we need to invest in the creative entrepreneurs. This is a really important group of people, okay, including all of those amazing women out there who remain one-person companies. I believe that we need to get innovation and job creation going, and I'm here to help make that happen. So I hope you all will consider an investment in Parthenon Advisors and Sandra Rupp. So I'd like to thank Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Mark Cuban, and Richard Branson for watching. Welcome to Conscious Capitalism Meets Entertainment Tonight. Today we're ready to get an angel investor or two. I've got an amazing astrology sign. I'm Capricorn, Moon in Leo, rising sign of Taurus. For those of you who follow astrology, you'll know that those are some of the most powerful signs in the zodiac, but also Capricorn's a feminine sign. I am truly a feminine leader through and through. I love working with men. I think the masculine and the feminine make a great team. That's why I call it the yin-yang of leadership. The way I see this going, Bill, Warren, Mark, and Richard, is maybe someone will listen to me and say, I'm going to invest in Sandra Rupp. And especially a warm welcome to my CEO who suggested I elaborate on some important topics. You can learn more about me at sandrarupp.com and parthenonadvisors.com. And thank you so much for watching.